As hurricane evacuees slowly return home and rebuild their lives, one man faced an additional obstacle, prostate cancer. But through the tragedy of Hurricane Katrina, he found hope through a fellow evacuee, good timing, and new technology. News 8's Paul Brown shares his story.
John Burrow never thought he'd wind up in a hospital room in Austin.
That's for sure.
Just weeks ago, he was forced from New Orleans by Hurricane Katrina. He was fortunate to have a house in Central Texas. He opened it up for not only his family, but other evacuees.
We had 5 families, 8 children under 8, grandmas, great aunts, whatever, some family, some friends of family.
Among all the damage in New Orleans, the results of his recent prostate biopsy. His doctor, Neil Baum, nowhere to be found. His luck began to change, though, when one of the evacuees he took in ended up returning the favor in a big way.
No doctor, no lab reports, no biopsies. We can't find anything. So one of the ladies out there knew my doctor. In fact, he had helped evacuate her to Austin. And so she gave me his cell phone.
John called and found out it was cancer. He needed to have surgery as soon as possible. That's when more coincidences began stacking up.
And he said, well, where are you? And I said, I'm in Austin, Texas. And he said, great. Said, you couldn't be in a better place. Said, the best urological surgeon in the country, at least one of the best, is right there in Austin. It's Dr. Fagan.
So John met Dr. Randy Fagan of the urology team at St. David's Hospital. Now John was not only getting quick treatment, but treatment with a new technological system known as the Da Vinci surgical system. This minimal invasive surgery allows the surgeon to sit beside the patient in a booth looking as if he's playing a video game operated by a mouse. This allows an actual 3D binocular view of the patient.
It's scaled so that when my hand moves a large amount, the mouse or the robot moves a smaller amount. That allows me greater precision with what I do. But that arrow is not going to move on its own. The mouse doesn't move by itself.
Surgeons can then contour their motions to the patient's anatomy rather than forcing their anatomy to adjust to the instruments.
Cutting nerves and incontinence and things that used to be a major problem with radical prostatectomy has basically been, to a large degree, eliminated.
He'll be able to get his urinary control back within a couple of weeks, sexual function back in a matter of weeks to months. I mean, it is literally a small blip in his life to be able to have a robotic surgery and get on with his life.
The miracle of the hurricane, right here.
Only a day after having the cancer removed, John and his family are on their way home.
You go in there and 24 hours later you're getting in the car and going home and it's all over with. And that is a wonderful feeling. It's a blessing.
So he's headed home. Eventually, he hopes that means home to New Orleans.